Hey everyone, it's Dan Stratman. As an author, I can gain access to some pretty amazing places that are usually off limits to most people. During my research for Vanish Behind Enemy Lines, I spent some time at Luke Air Force Base and also out in the scorching hot Sonoran Desert. In this video, you'll get a glimpse of both locations and get some insider details about the incredible F-35 that you won't find anywhere else. And the best part is, you won't have to deal with any of the bureaucratic red tape or get clearance from the Secretary of the Air Force like I had to. So buckle up and enjoy unparalleled access to the world's most advanced jet fighter.
Hey, I'm here at Luke Air Force Base doing research for my next book where Captain Cindy Stafford will learn to fly the amazing F-35. Got a lot on the schedule to go see, so let's do it.
The technology in the F-35 Lightning II, nicknamed the Panther, is obviously light years ahead of the original P-38 Lightning, or any other fighter on the planet for that matter. There are three models of the F-35. The A model is flown by the Air Force. The B model, vertical takeoff and landing version, is flown by the Marines, and the C model by the Navy. Luke Air Force Base is on the western fringes of the Phoenix Metroplex, which is one of the busiest airspaces in the country. For some inexplicable reason, I picked the scorching hot month of July to visit the base. That was definitely a bad call on my part. At Luke, they fly the F-16 and the 5th generation F-35A stealth fighter. On the first day, I got an inside look at various shops that provide vital support to the F-35. This is the shop where technicians practice installing and removing the ejection seat. If the pilot's having a really bad day and needs to eject, they can take comfort in the knowledge that they're sitting on the most advanced ejection seat on the planet, the Martin Baker US-16 Echo. The main attraction in the cockpit is the huge panoramic touchscreen. Almost all of the manual switches and knobs found in 4th generation fighters are replaced by icons on the screen. Unfortunately, the screen can't get ESPN, at least not yet. The canopy on the F-35 offers fantastic visibility for the pilot and is made from 2-inch thick acrylic. That's thick enough that a bird strike wouldn't even leave a dent. The high-tech helmet that the F-35 pilots wear is incredible. It's easily worth a role in the next Star Wars movie. Everything that used to be projected onto the HUD is now projected right onto the pilot's visor. So no matter where the pilot looks, they see the information from the suite of electro-optical sensors all fused together, creating an integrated picture of the battlefield. This gives the pilot unprecedented situational awareness. Just like Wonder Woman's glass airplane, the pilot can now look right through the floor and see the ground below. At a mind-blowing $450,000 a pop, each helmet costs as much as a Ferrari F8, plus a Corvette Z06, plus a Tesla Model Y grocery getter. You sure as hell don't want to drop it on the way to the jet. Next, I got to see where they mount the fangs on the Panther. In this hangar, they practice installing the missiles and the bombs on the F-35. I was allowed to take pictures of any part of the jet that I wanted except up inside the weapon bays. To maintain stealth, the F-35 carries its weapons inside these 2 bays. Each bay has 4 weapon stations in it. When the plane is operating in a lower threat environment, it can also carry weapons on 6 external stations. Luke has 3 active-duty F-35 squadrons. Each one is positive that they have the best damn fighter pilots in the world, and they're certainly not shy about letting you know it. Following tradition, each fighter squadron has a bar in it. But I was immediately corrected when I called it a bar, though. In this insanely woke PC world that we live in, they're required to call it a heritage room. Screw that, I still called it a bar. The bars that I went into all had a vibe that screamed frat house, but with a decidedly aviation twist. I got an opportunity to interview 2 pilots going through F-35 training, call signs Goomba and Miss. Both women had come straight from initial pilot training and were thrilled to get the F-35 as their first assignment. I also interviewed a number of experienced F-35 pilots while I was at Luke. They all said the same thing when I asked them about getting into a turn and burn dogfight. The F-35 wasn't built to excel in that arena. With the largest jet engine in any fighter, sitting on top of large weapon bays on the bottom of the fuselage, the F-35 is anything but svelte. Because of that, it bleeds a lot of energy during high-G turns. 4th-gen fighter pilots have given the F-35 the derogatory nickname Fat Amy. Unfortunately, it kind of deserves that name. Next, I shadowed a group of pilots as they met at the briefing counter in the squadron and then stepped to their jets for a formation mission. Out on the tarmac, I watched a female instructor pilot, call sign Crisis, pre-flight her jet and taxi out for her mission. The unprecedented access I got to the F-35 and to the people who fly it and maintain it while I was at Luke was incredible. A big shout out to everyone who helped make it possible. Part of the story in Vanish Behind Enemy Lines takes place in the Sonoran Desert, a place I'd never been to. So I drove south from Phoenix through millions of acres of desert on my way to the southern border. I don't care if they call it a dry heat, it was hot. As the main character of my story learned the hard way, if you find yourself stranded in the unforgiving desert environment without any survival tools, you are definitely in enemy territory. As I was driving to the border, I was shocked to find out I was driving down the western edge of the Barry Goldwater bombing range where they drop live weapons.
Yeah, I'm here at the southern border in Lukeville, Arizona, standing next to the border wall, and didn't realize it was this big. It's probably 20 feet tall at least, and of course runs right along the border.
Coyotes, the human version, run illegal smuggling operations in this part of Arizona. To literally cover their tracks, the people they smuggle wear an old piece of carpet strapped to the bottom of their shoes to keep from leaving footprints that could be used to determine how many people are in the caravan and how many of them are children. Lastly, but certainly not least, back in Kansas City I did a ride-along with the police so I could experience what it's like to be arrested and booked, like the main character in my story did after finding herself in the wrong place at the wrong time. It's been quite a while since I've been arrested, so the ride-along was a real eye-opener for me. I certainly have a new appreciation for the tough job that police officers do. Thanks for watching this rare behind-the-scenes look at the incredible F-35. My book, Vanish Behind Enemy Lines, will be available in late spring of 2023 on Amazon. You can also go there to check out my other books as well. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to my channel as well. And if you think other people might be interested, feel free in sharing a link to this video with them. See you next time.